I was like embarrassed, but also really touched.
We're reminiscing about Mean Girls memories with Lacey Chabert. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5, starting with this week's most talked about reunion.
Jennifer Lopez had a great time on her trip away to Montana with their ex-fiancé Ben Affleck. And according to our sources, this was all Ben's idea to get away and spend some time together.
But the ex's most recent sighting wasn't their first.
Ben and Affleck were first spotted reunited outside of J-Lo's house in LA, and they'd also been part of this Bax Live concert together.
And we hear that Jen seems really happy.
An insider tells us that Jennifer loves spending time with Ben. This has all been a very quick and intense reunion, but they've had a lot of love and admiration over the years and remained friends.
And it looks like Ben's pal, Matt Damon, is as into this reunion as we are.
I hope it's true. I love them both. I hope it's true. That would be awesome.
These sightings come after J-Lo's very public split from Alex Rodriguez back in April.
Jen didn't actually see Ben until she and Alex Rodriguez had officially gone their separate ways.
But A-Rod is speaking out in his own way about Jen and Ben's seemingly reignited flame.
When asked about Ben Affleck, the former Yankees player reportedly said, "Go Yankees," which is definitely a dig at Ben Affleck, who's a Boston Red Sox fan.
And things are heating up in Hotlanta. In a story you've been following closely on People.com, Real Housewives star Porsha Williams is off the market.
Porsha is engaged to the Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Fallon Gubadia's estranged husband, Simon.
Porsha says that she and Simon are crazy in love.
Simon revealed the news of their engagement on Instagram post and said that he and Porsha checked all of each other's boxes and then some, and that's why he popped the question after only 1 month of dating.
And look at that diamond ring. Porsha was rocking it on Mother's Day.
She knows all of this is a little fast, but both her and Simon are living life to the fullest. They are happy, they are in love. She also says that she and Fallon are not friends, and Simon filed for divorce in January and that it's been settled.
After news of her ex's shocking and sudden engagement to Porsha, Fallon broke her silence.
In a statement obtained by People, Fallon thanked those who had reached out to her with love and support and said that she's really focusing on healing and finalizing her divorce.
In more big TV news this week, the Ellen Degeneres show is officially coming to an end after its upcoming season 19.
Ellen announced the news in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. In it, she said that as a creative person, you constantly need to be challenged. But as great and fun as the show is, it's not a challenge anymore. This isn't the first time she's talked about ending the show. Back in 2018, she told the New York Times in an interview that her wife, Porsha de Rossi, had actually asked her to end it before.
Ellen shared the news with her staff on Tuesday, and Thursday's episode includes a conversation between Ellen and Oprah Winfrey about the decision, which comes about 10 months after the show was embroiled in allegations of a toxic workplace. That controversy resulted in an internal investigation, the departure of 3 top producers, and a drop in ratings.
But Ellen said that while the controversy almost impacted the show, it's not the reason that it's ending. She explained that if she was quitting because of that, she would not have come back for season 18.
Now onto the Instagrams you've been loving this week. Leslie Odom Jr. is a doting dad. He shared a peek at life these days with his wife Nicolette Robinson, their 4-year-old daughter Lucy, and their 1-month-old son Abel Phineas. It looks like everyone is loving the new addition. And Ashley Tisdale is sharing the first photos of her daughter Jupiter. The proud mom says she knew she and her husband Christopher French would have a cute baby, but she wasn't expecting how beautiful Jupiter would be. Travis Barker's florist came through for Mother's Day. The drummer gifted these lavish bouquets to his girlfriend and mom of 3, Kourtney Kardashian. And in true Dax Shepard fashion, he celebrated Mother's Day by getting funny, posting this silly nude photo of his wife Kristen Bell and writing, quote, "Look at this specimen." Ryan Reynolds also trolled his wife, Blake Lively, for Mom's Day. He started off by lovingly calling her the heart and soul of their family, but then quickly joked, quote, "Never could I have predicted anonymous airport bathroom sex would lead to this. Some things never change." And this week's People cover star is another cool mom, rock star Pink.
I have a terribly wicked sense of humor, so now they have it. They had no choice. And we always joke, there was no chance of them being not weird.
Pink is mom to a 9-year-old daughter, Willow Sage, and a 4-year-old son, Jameson Moon. And she tells us what goes through her mind as she raises them with her husband, Carey Hart.
What kind of a human am I raising? Am I raising a kind person? Am I raising a resilient person? Am I teaching them, a little bit about the world and trying to maintain their innocence, but also giving them the harsh truths?
She also gets candid about what it meant for her to start a family.
It was so healing for me to see how we start out on this earth. And I think she's just so magical. She's been my greatest teacher. And then Jameson comes in and he's just like this mini Chris Farley, and I don't know what to do with him at this point. I'm putting away money for his bail. But yeah, it's fun. Even the hard days are a blessing.
All right, last call to sign up for People & Cody's live beauty event on May 19th, featuring actress Lily Reinhart and her tips for an easy breezy makeup look with CoverGirl. Use your phone to scan this QR code or go to the site below to register. Now, let's move on to some screen time. I'm joined now by Lacey Chabert, who is starring in the new Hallmark Channel movie, Sweet Carolina, which premieres this Saturday.
When Ellie died, I didn't just lose my sister. I lost my best friend.
For these final 5 minutes of the show, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. In this movie, you play a marketing executive who returns to her hometown when she becomes the unexpected guardian of her late sister's kids.
You and your wife are not the legal guardians.
Who is?
You are Josie.
So since something very unexpected happens to her, I'd love to know what is one unexpected thing about you we'd be surprised to find out.
I'm a lot more shy than people think. People always think because I'm an actress and I've been in the business my whole life, like, oh, you don't get nervous or anything. I'm actually quite shy in real life, but I love what I do so much and I love telling stories.
They're like little works of art.
Of course, we have to mention Mean Girls because you were a part of this iconic movie playing Gretchen Wieners.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
When you think back to filming that movie, what are 2 memories that still stick out to this day?
It was such an incredible experience. We were all in Toronto together on location filming and kind of felt like we were at camp or something. On my 21st birthday, we filmed the scene in the mall.
Oh my God, there's Jason.
And they brought out a big cake to me and everyone in the mall joined in and sang me happy birthday. And I was like embarrassed, but also really touched.
Okay, that was so fetch.
And I remember just laughing a lot. I mean, it's an unusual experience to go to work, and the biggest challenge was to not laugh in scenes where we weren't supposed to be laughing.
That's Regina's ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriends are off limits. I mean, that's just like the rules of feminism.
Can you remember that time when you auditioned for it, and did you know it was going to be this huge success?
You never know what's going to hit or what's going to resonate with people. You really honestly never know.
Because that's not what Rome is about. We should totally just stab Caesar!
At the time, I was coming off a Party of 5, a very dramatic show. I hadn't done a lot of comedy. And then I think it was about a month or so before I found out if I got the role. So I wasn't sure I was going to get it, and you never are sure.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week.
It was just a blast, but did I ever think that all these years later we'd be talking about it as much as we are and it'd be as loved as it is? No.
You are a mom, so you have 4-year-old Julia at home, and she is so precious. So I would love to know, what are your 3 favorite things about being a mom right now?
Talking to my daughter.
Is that your favorite palette?
We have the funniest conversations. She's so real and honest and sweet and funny. And I try to write everything down because I know it's hard to remember all of it over the years. But I just relish in just being with her and talking to her, playing with her. She loves to play and use her imagination, and just watching her grow and all of the new things that she discovers about the world, her perspective on the world, and just the funny things that she tells me. And I love hearing her laugh.
Is there something that she does, a silly quirk or something that makes you laugh without fail?
She's into doing accents. I don't know where she gets these accents from, but they're really good. She impersonates people. She does, impersonations of my husband and I. She's a little comedian.
Your movies bring so much comfort and joy to people. So I would love to know, if you're looking for some comfort of your own, some self-care, what are 4 self-care methods that you love?
A hot bath. I love baths, with bath salts and bath bombs and I am obsessed with a nice hot bath. That is my alone time. Leave me alone, please. I also like skincare stuff, doing a mask, things like that. For mental, self-care, I just, some quiet time and meditate and pray, and all of those things I think are really healthy. And self-care sometimes for me means talking to a friend and, or having a glass of wine with a friend and just venting and talking and laughing. And so I think self-care comes in a lot of different forms. And sometimes it's chocolate and pizza.
And finally, what are 5 reasons people should watch Sweet Carolina?
You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry,
I know I can be the kid's guardian.
you're gonna be inspired,
Ellie chose you for a reason. These kids love you.
you're gonna reminisce,
Word is you're staying in town for a while.
and you're gonna find hope.
Life is short. You have to make the most of every moment.
Lacey, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, make sure you check out her new movie, Sweet Carolina, when it premieres this Saturday on Hallmark Channel. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.